let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on a roll. The city like splash me, rapping the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the swoop, make it fast. To facts tag, gotta make this moment last. We bringing gold, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the ratings roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. We moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatic real. Always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, painted pictures so right. With a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the ratings roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on a roll. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. Yeah, the radio show keeps spinning, the secrets vacuous keeps. Let the ratings roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on a roll. City like splash me, rapping the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the swoop, make it fast. To facts tag, gotta make this moment last. We bringing gold, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the ratings roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatic real. Always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, painted pictures so right. With a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the ratings roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on a roll. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. Yeah, the radio show keeps spinning, the secrets vacuous keeps. Let the ratings roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on a roll.
And gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation. Welcome to another episode of the Lunatic Raider Show, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. And your boy Lunatic Raider in the building. Yes, indeed, man. We got a good show for you today, man. We're going to touch on Arch Manning. We're going to look at future potential quarterbacks for us for next year's draft. And we're trying to line it all up because we need to be ready for after Geno Smith. I'm tired of going through quarterbacks. Whatever regime is running the show, don't have a good plan in place. When the plan does not work out, then what? We're left for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years still looking for a quarterback that can lead this franchise into the future of our own. We want to draft a quarterback. No more going out getting recycled quarterbacks from other teams that the end of the road has came, and so now we bring them on over here. We've been having a bunch of gaps as well as failed draft picks at the quarterback position. So now what I'm going to do is it looks bright for us. I think Spytek and them has the idea of looking forward, and that's why they didn't really go major for a quarterback this draft. Because next year's draft, boy, what I've been researching, it's going to be a good draft, bro. It's going to be a damn good draft for quarterbacks and linebackers, but we're focusing on quarterbacks because that's more important. That's a more pressing need for our future as far as getting that right guy in there and just hitting the ground running with this offense. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Yes, indeed, on this Tuesday. Yes, indeed, on this Tuesday, man. We got Robert Penny in the building, man, and you already know what it is.
Matter time. There you go. There you go.
There you go. There you go. Let's go. Let's go. We in the building, man. We got Raider Pete in the building, man. Salute to you. Billy Davis in the house, man. What it is, my brother. For real, for real. Who else? Sacktown Raider Mike up, and he dropped the bomb on you. Baby.
Matter time. There you go. There you go.
Yes, indeed. Mike G in the building. What it is, my guy. Salute to you, man. Hope all is well. Let me see else we got up in the building, man. That Raiders, man. Hey, Pete Carroll stupid. Oh, there you go. There you go. 631 ENT, what it is, man. Salute to you. Oh, shit. Look what walked into the building.
My name is D-Nice. My name is D-Nice.
D-Nice in the building, man. What it is, brother. For real, for real. Thank you for pulling up, man. Yes, indeed, man. Who else? We got Piano Man in the building. The Charger fan that rock with us. You know what I mean? He here with it. And he may not be a fan of our team, but he be here. And you know what I mean? I ain't gonna be mad. And y'all don't get mad at him. Piano Man, don't be stirring no shit up in the chat, bruh. You know, I'm fucking with you. Y'all have friendly banter. Keep it friendly. And we got week 2, then we can talk our shit. You know what I mean? Hopefully we beat your ass so we can beat Piano Man, what happened? But if we lose, I'm not gonna do no live. I ain't gonna hear you talking shit. You be like, why Lunatic didn't go live on Monday after? It's a Monday, Tuesday after the game. I fell asleep. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna say I got drunk and fell asleep. Shout out to everybody out there. Tony Shepard in the building, man. What it is, man. Salute to you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Who else we got up in here? Tony. We got Tony. We got Egalitarian 207. Salute to you, my brother. Hope all is well. Why am I so fucking hoarse and I ain't been talking? I just woke up this morning kind of like I was out. You know what? Maybe the weekend just caught up with me on another day. Hey, that might be it. Shout out to everybody out there, man. I got this motherfucker shit, man. Wild City, we in the building, man. What it is, salute. Raider Peach is the lady behind the curtain. Yes, indeed, man. Helps me out a whole lot, man. Without her, I'd probably just be jacking off all day. No, let me quit. Did I say that live? I meant to mute that shit. Okay, let me do it over. Without her, I'd probably be... All right, now we back. I muted myself. Oh, let's see. Who else we got up in the building, man? Let me see. I'm scrolling down, man. I'm trying to catch up. Elevated Minds, what it is, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. I'm trying to scroll. I'm scrolling. Shout out to everybody that's watching, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I was spreading the link. I didn't even get the link out to everybody. I'm gonna do that now, though. Okay. So let me get this link out to everybody, man. J-Bone 21, what's good, bruh? Hey, we gonna do the second annual pool party. Second annual pool party in September is going down, man. If y'all in town for the home opener, Monday Night Football versus the Dischargers, hey, Sunday is going down, and then that Sunday night, I think there's somebody else. They're throwing a home opener kickoff party that night. So there's festivities is jumping off. Festivities is jumping off. Okay, let me hold on real quick. Let me get the rest of this shit out, man. I've been get these links out there, bro. Come on, man, move, sucker. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Arch Manning. I'm looking at all dual threat quarterbacks because I know that's what Chip Kelly want. Arch Manning is one of them as well. We talked about Lamar Sellers from South Carolina yesterday. Today, we're going to move on to Arch Manning. We know the nephew of the Manning, the nephew of the Mannings, and current Texas quarterback. He is a sophomore, I do believe, 21 years of age. Great measurables. Not a small dude. I think he's like 6'5", 225 pounds, mobile. He's just as mobile as Lamar Sellers as well. Good arm talent. You know, he comes and his processing of defenses is up there too. So this will be definitely another guy, Arch Manning, to keep on your eye on for next year's draft, because we got to find our franchise QB. Once we find for those who weren't here yesterday, let me just give you an example. Let me give you an idea. You find your franchise quarterback, right? We can send him behind Geno. He got it locked in for 2 to 3 years. Let him learn the system. But just imagine when it's time for that franchise quarterback we drafted to take over. He's already going to have the offensive line. The offensive line should be done. I think another year with a draft and maybe some money in free agency, if some positions on that line does not pan out for some of the players and you decide to cut ties, then you find replacements, long-term replacements. That's going to be the draft. You go out there, any position on this team that needs to be, I think next year's draft, you focus on getting your franchise quarterback as well as what you're going to do with the linebacker core. Now, after this season, everything is going to be unfolded and tell us exactly what we have at the linebacker position. If these guys pan out, we just got to add to it. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Bernie. I don't know about Eckenberg. I don't know about Lindenberg. I don't know how they're going to pan out. Eldon Roberts. Landon Roberts. I don't know how that's going to pan out. And I know White is given an opportunity on a 1-year deal just to prove and show himself. He's not an old dude, but in the right system, Devin White was exceptional with Tampa Bay. I think that Spike Tech knows what kind of system he needs to be in. I know they probably sat with Patrick Graham and Carroll and be like, look, we had this guy in Tampa Bay. This is what he's good at. I think when he went to Philadelphia and elsewhere, it didn't work out that way. They didn't use him the way Tampa Bay used him. So I think that they know Now I think I know they know because why would they draft him and why was he so successful in Tampa Bay? They knew how to use him. A lot of people say, well, if he went to Philadelphia and failed and did it. Yeah, that happens. And I'm gonna keep mentioning. Asamoah was the same way. Asamoah was a Pro Bowler in a man coverage defense. He goes to a zone defense in Philadelphia and fails miserably. Period. Was that because Asamoah is no good and he's trash? No. It was because you try to put a square peg in a round hole. It didn't work. So whatever they're doing with this defense, like we still trying to guess what they're trying to do with the defense. I discussed this over the weekend. Like, what type of defense are we going to truly try to run? I know our base is 4-3. I know at times I know our base is 4-3, but we can run a 3-4 and maybe even, and like 805 said, 5-2 is what you're probably going to see from Patrick Graham as well. Let me see. D-Monk's in the building. What it do, man? I wrote to Gino, but he never wrote back. Aha! You stupid. Hey, right on, man. I appreciate the chat, the super chat, man. He said he wrote Gino, he never wrote back. That's fucked up. He was busy, bro, throwing balls to Besh and Thornton. You can't be mad at that. Right on, man. Appreciate you, dog, for real. Man, D-Monks, man, been around for a minute, man, for real. But so the defense can be something that we got to keep an eye on. What truly are we going to run on defense? What is our defense going to be predicated on? You know what I mean? I know with what Pete Carroll ran up in Seattle when they had the Legion of Boom. Of course, we know cover 3, but it was a 4-3 base that had 3-4 tendencies. You had a hybrid Leo that was both, that you can play outside linebacker and defensive end. Do we have that on that team? We just might. So I'm not gonna go too much into detail in totality. I'm working on the special guest for Friday night feature. I just got to get one confirmation. And then Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, it is Friday night feature, man. It should be a great show. It is not just one guest. So that's all I'm going to tell you. It's not just going to be one guest. It's going to be more than one. And it should be a damn good show because these guys I get along with, man. We vibe. And I think it's going to be fuck that. I know it's going to be a good show Friday if I can get them all on at the same time, man. It's the Blue Man Group. From the commercial, from the schedule release. I got to. They don't talk much, but they can nod and blink. And I'll fuck it with y'all. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Let me see. You make a good point with that too, Tony Shepard. That's what I see with what we did on defense. Stop the run. See, this is my theory. Okay, let me get into this. Should I get into this now or wait till Friday? You know what? I'm gonna wait till Friday. To get into this discussion. Let's just cover Arch Manning, quarterback from Texas. As far as him potentially being a target for us. Did I even add his motherfucking video on here? Oh, nigga, I'm tripping. Hold on real quick, man. I thought I added him. Arch Manning, where are you at? Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't think I did. Okay, so I just got to do it. It's nothing. I got it all done and set to the side. Also, what I want to tell y'all, I got breaking news. No, not breaking news. I got an update for RAIDERVIZION. There is a new page added. I'm gonna give you a breakdown on that one. RAIDERVIZION. That's not what I'm looking for right now. I need to get the Arch Manning video that I made. Okay, the Lunatic Raider show. There we go. Episodes. Bam. Arch Manning. It's in the name. I did that because of John Madden, EA Sports. You know how to say EA Sports. It's in the game. I said Arch Manning. It's in the name because everybody knows the name. Everybody knows the name of Arch Manning. Let me see if I can upload this. already had it, man. God dang it. Stop it. Yes, stop. I already had it right here. Bam. Got him, coach. All right. So we're gonna do a breakdown of Arch Manning, what he brings, what is gonna be his strengths, his weaknesses, what does he bring to the Raiders if he was chosen to be, or if he were chosen to be quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders in the 2026 draft. We're gonna cover all that, man. Let me go ahead and get this video up, and then you guys can enjoy it. All right, here's the breakdown of Arch Manning, prospect 2026 draft. Let's go.
Arch Manning, the redshirt sophomore quarterback for the Texas Longhorns, is widely regarded as a top prospect for the 2026 NFL Draft. Standing at 6'4" and weighing 225 pounds, Manning combines prototypical size with a strong football pedigree, being the nephew of NFL legends Peyton and Eli Manning. Scouting report: Arch Manning. Strengths: arm talent. Manning possesses effortless arm strength, capable of making all the necessary throws with precision. Athleticism: he has demonstrated mobility and the ability to extend plays, making him a dual-threat quarterback. Football IQ: with his family's football background, Manning exhibits advanced mental processing and a strong understanding of the game. Areas for improvement: experience: Manning has limited collegiate experience, having appeared in 12 games with 2 starts. Consistency: as he gains more playing time, developing consistent performance against top-tier competition will be crucial. Potential fit with the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders, under head coach Pete Carroll, are in a transitional phase at the quarterback position. While Geno Smith provides a veteran presence, the team is likely evaluating long-term options. Manning's skill set aligns with the modern NFL quarterback prototype, offering mobility, arm strength, and the ability to make plays outside the pocket. In various mock drafts, Manning has been projected as a potential top 10 pick, with some analysts envisioning him as a fit for the Raiders' offensive scheme. His dual-threat capability could add a new dimension to the Raiders' offense, keeping defenses off balance and enhancing the team's play action and RPO packages. Draft projection: Manning is currently viewed as one of the top quarterback prospects for the 2026 NFL Draft. His combination of size, athleticism, and arm talent positions him as a potential first-round selection. Continued development in decision-making and consistency will be key determinants of his draft stock. Arch Manning's 40-yard dash time has been reported between 4.60 and 4.65 seconds, indicating notable athleticism for a quarterback of his stature. According to On3's data, Manning recorded a 40-yard dash of 4.60 seconds. Additionally, his coach has cited a time of 4.65 seconds, highlighting his speed and quickness as a pro-style passer.
I knew it was mute. I was fucking with y'all. Motherfucker got. You're mute. I had to get y'all back. Be fucking with me when I be mute. Well, that'd be my fault. But yes, hey, Navy vet, salute to you, man. I see you, brother. Thank you for pulling up. Yes, sir. Who else we got up in here, man? We got Jason Downs in the building, and he's dropping them motherfucking bees on him.
From out of town. There you go. There you go.
There you go. There you go. So Arch Manning is is a dual threat quarterback. This is going to be the type of quarterback that Chip Kelly goes after. I'm just saying. And the beauty of it is, if they do go after this in the first round next year, which they are able to, we're not looking for a running back. We're not looking for a tight end. We grab 2 offensive linemen. We'll see how that pans out, which I think it will. Charles Grant is very interesting to watch. I think he's actually here to be Colton Miller's replacement if that needs to happen. If they need to replace Colton Miller, Charles Grant is the guy that they brought in here to do that. That's why I said they're not going to give a guy a lot of money if they have a cheaper version already from the draft. Charles Grant going to be groomed. Just like Caleb Rogers is going to be one of those guard positions. I don't think these guys hit and miss with these draft picks. I think they went out there and got the pieces that fit what we're trying to do. Also, Betch, I see Betch as being the replacement for Jacoby Myers in case you don't retain him after this year. Do you give Jacoby Myers 20 mil if Betch can do the same thing as a second round pick? See, now you started talking. See, I'm looking towards the future where you're eventually going to have a Raider team with so much youth at key positions that there's going to be a shitload of money to go in a free agency and get the top tier names that you guys been looking for and waiting for. Facts. Once Geno Smith's, $35 million a year come off because a franchise quarterback we drafted takes over, if you decide to replace Jacoby Myers with a rookie in Besh, if you decide to replace Colton Miller with Charles Grant with a rookie deal, look how much money you just freed up. Geno Smith's 35 come off the books. You don't have to give Jacoby Myers 20, and right now Colton Miller's making 16. All that'll be freed up to go in free agency and get the top corner if you need it, the top linebacker if you like. If you later on, when we get to that point, it's going to be about plugging holes to really get this team over the hump. No, we'll be contending by then because you got too much talent on this team, and you got some of the greatest minds in coaching on this team that's been there and done that. So that money eventually is going to come off the books once these guys get replaced with the talents that we get in the draft. Then that's when you play with free agency. You never know who's going to come out and leave whatever team. Josh Jacobs walked. Not that we need, need a running back because we draft ours. He got a 5th-year option attached to him. Bowers, he has a 5th-year option attached to him. Besh got 4 years. Thornton got 4 years with us under these contracts. Charles Grant, 4 years. Caleb Rogers, 4 years. Pegues, 4 years. See where I'm going with this? And shout out to Raider Twan, like he always say, like he calls it, cheap labor. Your cheap labor is if you hit on your draft picks, you're going to have a lot of money in free agency to play with, to really play with and go get guys that can come in right now to make, just like with Philadelphia. Look at Philadelphia. All those rookie deals they got allow them to have the money to go out there and get Saquon Barkley, who maybe not won the Super Bowl single-handedly, but he sure in the hell helped them get there. That's the kind of move and how you got to be smart. So that made sense of why we grabbed one of those front office dudes from Philadelphia, because that's the knowledge he's bringing to us. We just got to hit on our draft picks. You hit on your draft picks, you're going to have money in the offseason to go spend. And you're going to get some big names. Especially they're going to want to come to Vegas with a team that's a contender and got all this talent and coaching brains. You know what I mean? It's going to be a nice situation for a free agent to want to come to. And there's no state income tax. So while you play all your home games, you got to still pay taxes in the other states if they have state income tax there, but you don't pay when you play at home, which is going to be 8 or 9 games a season. So half your season, you just paying your federal taxes. That's it. James Furpo in the building up, and he dropped it on you.
From out of town. There you go.
Marcus Banks, yep. I'm just you. What we got to do? See, a lot of us Raiders, and I'm included, we're short-sighted. Like we want to see shit now. We want to see the Raiders win now. We want to do this now. We want to go get the quarterback. But the realism of this shit is we can't fix every problem with one draft and one free agency. You got 53 people on the team. You only get 7 draft picks unless you done made trades and got more. You only got X amount of dollars under the salary cap for free agency. You can't do it all in one day. Of course, it's the old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. That's facts. We got to go into next year and then add more. Every year, we got to be able to stack this team where, say, for instance, we win 8 games this year because of the draft picks and free agents. Then next year, the draft picks and free agents will take you to about 10 to 12 wins. Because the first tier that we got this year will all have a year under their belt, and it will be exactly the same system next year. We know the Chip Kelly offense will be here next year. That Pete Carroll will be here next year. They even bolstered up the front office, like I mentioned, with the guy they got from Philadelphia, as well as the guy they got from Denver. So their expertise and knowledge wasn't even here for this year's draft or free agency, but we got it next year. So I even envision us being even better at analyzing talent and finding talent throughout the country, whether it's FCS, FBS, you know what I mean? They went out there and we got guys from smaller colleges. So they were doing their scouting. But these other guys coming in, they're going to add that much more information and knowledge to even do better. And I'm excited to see next year. Like, damn, we thought this year's draft was solid for they went out and got what they needed. I forgot what I want to play that for you guys too. You know what? I'm about to play this shit. And it's the guys that I showed y'all last time that were they're Detroit Lion fans, but they admire the Raiders. I ain't mad at that. But let me see if I can find it though. Cause I swore I sent it to me. I sent it to myself on let me see, I gotta go in the messenger. Give me 1 second, y'all. And the dude that was, is this it? No, that's something else. Oh, this is it, huh? You know what? I'm about to play this for y'all. And he made a lot of sense to this. Like he was okay, we about to play this shit. I might get hit copyright, but I'm gonna stop it every now and then and just comment on it because fair use, educational and entertainment purposes only. This is fair use. So I'm gonna bring this up. And dude was making some great points. Yeah, let's do this right here. And he was basically the same shit I've been saying and visual and seeing what they were doing is exactly he see the same shit. So let me shut the fuck up. And then we're just I'm gonna keep the screen like this. We're gonna watch this shit and listen to it. But I'm like I said, I'm gonna pause it every now and then just to get into the thing. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear this. Matter of fact, let me see if I can upgrade the visuals. I need the quality to be up higher than this. Bam. I guess he just got a shitty ass camera. All right, y'all, let's go.
Vegas Raiders right now, but they should be. Something is happening behind the scenes that could flip the AFC on its head. It's not just a couple smart draft picks or a coaching hire, it's the way this franchise is quietly reshaping itself from the inside out. The Raiders are building a new identity, one that's being overlooked by almost everyone. But here's the twist. This isn't hype. This is real, calculated change with real football minds making the calls. For the first time in years,
See, like he said, real football minds making real. I'm telling you, that's the thing that gets me excited as well is the fact that you got guys that's been there and done it. Not just recent history, for years. They've been around this game for years. And to have these guys all as a collective on one team to add their opinions and ideology to what we're trying to do, they're on the same page. Believe that shit, because you look at the moves they're making. All right, let me shut up.
the Raiders feel dangerous. Not flashy, not chaotic, dangerous. This offseason has been full of under-the-radar moves that make sense when you start connecting the dots. A leadership overhaul, a culture shift, a locker room that finally has direction. What nobody's talking about is how organized this team has become. This is no longer a group searching for answers. It's a franchise with a plan. And when you see how they've loaded the offensive side of the ball, it becomes clear they're not just rebuilding, they're getting ready to strike. Because if you're not already looking at this Raiders offense as one of the most quietly stacked units in the league, you're going to be late.
And see, that's the key. Quietly stacked. They've been quietly stacking this team. Like, I know within the nation, we understand what we see going on and what they're grabbing, but I'm just imagining what the rest of the league, like, first they get Bowers last year. You got Jacoby Myers, free agency. You had Michael Mayer the year before Brock. Then you bring in Ashton Genty. Besh is showing his ass off in showing his ass off in OTAs in minicamp. Porter, the long, lanky, former wide receiver. Like, bruh. I'm gonna get to something about him and Trey Tucker, but let's continue on, y'all.
To the party. Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, and Ashton Genty are just the beginning. The talent is real, the scheme is built to move fast, and the weapons are finally in place. But the question now is simple. Can this offense carry the load and shake up the AFC? Let's break down exactly how dangerous they might be.
Watch this
But
shit.
before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more
You
Raiders
guys hit
and
the like
all the
and
NFL
subscribe
content.
for Raiders Allegiance.
Let's aim for 500 likes on
We
this
going to
video.
3,000.
If
We
you're
giving
still
away
thinking of the
two.
Raiders as a team struggling to score, you haven't seen what's coming.
Watch this.
This offense is no longer built around hope. It's built around firepower. Behind the scenes, the coaching staff has been crafting a system that can stretch defenses in ways Vegas hasn't done in years. And at the center of it all is a group of skilled players that are ready to explode. From explosive tight ends to sharp...
Urinate excessively, feel extreme...
This son of a bitch, this motherfucker monetized. Hold on, let me pause it real quick. Let me mute it real quick. I don't give a fuck about no arthritis. They say if you got arthritis, just rub your hands in some vagina. Come on, bro, hurry up. Let me skip this ass. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let me skip. Skip them. Hold on, let me pause it. Bring the volume back. All right, let's go. He's breaking this shit down to the very last compound. Let's go.
The Raiders have more options than most fans realize. This isn't about star power. It's about balance, depth, and matchup nightmares.
Yes.
Brock Bowers is the most talked about weapon, but the truth is, he's only part of the picture.
Now, remember when I used to tell you guys, fuck the name on the jersey. Can you give me production? That, like he said, it's not about star power. It's not about star power. It's not at all. It's about, do they fit what we're trying to do? We don't totally know exactly what it's going to look like until we see it. But boy, they putting some shit together. Let's go.
Sure. Jacoby Myers turned into one of the most efficient wide receivers in football last year. No drops, no excuses, just production. And then there's Ashton Genty, the rookie running back who's already creating buzz with his speed and vision. When you add in emerging names like Jack Besh and Dante Thornton, you start to realize this isn't just a unit that can move the ball. It's a group that can win games outright. Every name in this offense plays a role, and together they create a system that's fast, flexible, and hard to predict.
Every player in this system plays a role. Remember, I told you the machine as a whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Yeah, Genty is a name everybody knows. Bowers is a name everybody knows. But when you put all that shit together, you got Voltron. You know what I mean? You got old school Voltron. This is what they're doing. They're getting the right pieces for what they're trying to do, and it's going to be scary under Chip Kelly, bruh. Chip Kelly always put up points. What you think he's going to do with this group? Man.
But here's what makes this even more dangerous. This offensive system is built to run at high tempo. The new coaching staff is leaning into quick reads, fast snaps, and non-stop motion. That doesn't just make things exciting, it wears defenses down. And when you have this many playmakers getting touches in space, it becomes a nightmare for any coordinator. But to make this thing really work, it all comes down to one man, the quarterback. And the answer the Raiders found might shock you. Geno Smith wasn't supposed to end up here. Not in Vegas, not as the starter, and definitely not as the guy this franchise is putting its trust in. But that's exactly what's happening. And the most surprising part, it actually makes sense. Geno's journey has been anything but easy. Written off after his early years, doubted even when he produced, and now walking into a system that might be perfectly built for him. What nobody's admitting is that Geno might finally be in the right place at the right time, with the right tools around him to finally silence the noise. Forget the old narratives. What matters is production. And last season, Geno threw for 4,320 yards. More than most so-called elite QBs. His completion rate was above 70%, and his decision-making, while not flawless, showed he can operate a modern offense at a high level. Now, he enters a system that won't ask him to carry the team, just to lead it. With motion-heavy plays, quick reads, and reliable targets at every level of the field, Geno's job becomes a lot simpler. Stay calm, stay clean, and let the offense do the damage. And don't overlook his connection with head coach Pete.
And that's exactly what I always said about quarterbacks. You don't have to go make the big play. Let your playmakers make the big play. Just get them the ball and let them do what they do. That's all a quarterback has to do. We've seen it too many times where that's why you get a lot of interceptions, because you try to force shit. You don't need to force it. Just get your guy the ball, the playmaker, and let him do the rest. And that's exactly it's going to lead to success. Facts. Man, let's go.
Carroll. This isn't a cold start, it's a reunion. A trust-based relationship that gives Geno something he's rarely had. Confidence from the top down. The pressure will be there, but the pieces around him might finally allow him to just play. But if the offense looks this ready on paper, what about the young talent stepping into the spotlight? Let's take a closer look at the rookies who could shake up the depth chart before week 1 even kicks off. Most rookie classes take time to develop, but this one doesn't have time, and the Raiders know it. That's why their young guys aren't being treated like future investments. They're being prepared to contribute right now. What's happening in Vegas isn't a...
And that's another way. When people were saying that the Raiders aren't trying to win now, it's a rebuild. It's not a rebuild. They got guys that's going to start right now. Best is probably going to start right now. Ashton Genty will start right now. They're in motion right now to make things happen. And with your top 2 draft picks, first, second round, they're supposed to start. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. And you might even get some guys from the 3rd round, those multiple picks. That's Thornton. Could he start? We'll see. Tommy Millott is a weapon they're going to throw out there that they can move all around the same way they use Bowers. They can be anywhere. You never know where they're going to be at. So defense is going to have to account for where Bowers and Millott is if they're out on the field. If you bring in Thornton, 4'3", 40 at 6'5", if you stack the box thinking you're going to stop Genty to stop our offense, and you're going to leave Thornton man-to-man with a 5'11", 6-foot corner, who's going to win that battle at 6'5", running a 4-3 flat? You're going to force teams, nope, we can't stack the box no more. And if you don't stack the box, that means it's going to be open, clear lanes for Genty to hit those holes. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is the kind of offense Chip Kelly is building. No matter what you decide to do on defense, we got something to slap you in your ass with it. With no pause. We going to slap you in the ass with whatever you decide to do, we going to do the other and still beat your ass. So don't stack the box because you're worried about our speed and Geno having the arm to reach him. And Geno was doing it with Metcalf. You mean he can't do it with Thornton? Hey, defense is going to be in trouble. You pick your poison. Either we're going to run down your throat or we just going to launch bombs over Baghdad. Bombs over Baghdad. Hey, I'll be a hip-hop fanatic, boy. For real, for real. But yeah, man, this is what I see, man. Let me check the chat one time before we continue. Let's see. All right, man, let's continue on. Shout out to Ray Love. I see you, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Yes, sir. We just doing a little fresh breakdown of this shit, man. Frank Weber in the building, man. Salute. And then everybody that's watching, man, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like, man. We're going to do a 3,000 sub giveaway. Once we get 3,000, man, we will be giving away a free TV to one lucky subscriber, man. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. I see you guys over there, man. I appreciate y'all. Let me see. On X, man, you guys over there too, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. For real, for real. All right, so let's continue on.
Slow build. It's an urgent, calculated injection of youth into a roster that's trying to win immediately. And 2 names are already starting to rise above the noise: Jack Bech and Ashton Genty. They weren't the loudest picks on draft day, but they might be the ones that matter most when the season starts. Jack Bech, the wide receiver out of TCU, is already making waves with his route running and sure hands. At 6'1" and over 210 pounds, he brings size without sacrificing speed. His breakout senior season, with 1,034 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns, wasn't a fluke. It was the result of a player who understands spacing, leverage, and timing. In a system that thrives on tempo, Bech could become the kind of slot nightmare that quietly kills defenses. He won't draw double teams, but
This is the pink salt recipe that took me.
God dang it, bitch. Fuck your pink salt. God dang. Hold on real quick, y'all.
Forget about him. Then there's Ashton Genty. Explosive, dynamic, and already pushing for meaningful.
See, that's what I say about Jack Best. To me, this is what Jack Best comparable is. Jacoby, more physical Jacoby Myers. That's why I say that possibly could happen rather than keeping Jacoby Myers and giving him $20+ million a year. You let Best take over. Best take over. Thornton works his way into the lineup. Now you got your speed, you got your thunder and your lightning at wide receiver. And not to mention Bowers is out there with Michael Mayer. And I mean, come on, bro. The shit's crazy. Let's go.
Snaps in the backfield. His versatility as a runner and pass catcher adds another layer to this offense, especially in the screen game and short yardage situations. Genty doesn't need 20 carries to change a game. He just needs the ball in space, and with how this offense is structured, he's going to get those looks. Together, these two rookies aren't just depth, they're potential difference makers. But this youth movement isn't happening by accident. It's part of something bigger, and it all starts with the leadership running the show behind the scenes. For all the progress the Raiders have made, there's still one part of the roster that feels like a roll of the dice: the offensive line. It's the one area where Vegas didn't make a splash. No big-name free agents, no first-round investment, just a quiet bet on internal growth and player development. And that's exactly what makes this move so risky. Because if the front five can't hold up, the entire offensive system starts to fall apart. Especially in a fast-paced scheme like the one Chip Kelly is installing, every second matters, and protection can't be optional. Last season, the line allowed 50 sacks, one of the worst marks in the league. They ranked 22nd in run block win rate and 17th in pass block win rate. These aren't just numbers, they're red flags. And yet, the front office stood firm, signaling confidence in their young core. The centerpiece of that bet is Dylan Parham, a third-year guard with all the traits but not yet the consistency. If he can take the leap this year, it changes everything. He's athletic, smart, and has shown flashes of dominance. But the flashes need to become full games, and fast. It's a high-stakes decision. If this line improves...
Now, here's a key about the offensive line. Brennan Carroll is the offensive line coordinator. This is Pete Carroll's eldest son. Last year, he was with the Washington Huskies as offensive coordinator and offensive line coach. And prior to that, he was with Arizona as the same role as offensive coordinator and offensive line coach. He was the offensive coordinator who helped give Teteroa McMillan his breakout year in Arizona because he was the play caller and offensive line coach. Now, what this means is, as an offensive coordinator and line coach, you understand the blocking needed for your line to make the offense work in certain situations. Chip Kelly is known for being a pin and pull inside zone type offense that you're going to need your offensive line to do. This is why they go get out in the draft, even though they're third-round picks. DJ Glaze was a third-round pick too, who is the starter at right tackle. You got to remember, last year's line had 2 rookies on it. You had an injured left tackle with Colton Miller trying to recover back from that shoulder surgery. So now you have a full healthy Colton Miller. You got 1 year under the belts of DJ Glaze and JPJ, and you brought in, here's the key. You brought in 2 athletic offensive linemen that can play both tackle and guard. So they will find a place for some. So the best men is going to make this team, going to make this offensive line. That's why they keep preaching competition. We want the best out there, and we will have the best out there. I'm going to tell you, Caleb Rogers and Charles Grant, they're dogs. Go watch them. Everybody we drafted is known to be like they're going to get after it. They go-getters. They're not just going to stand around and hope something good happens. They're going to get out there and make something happen. So the offensive line, no, they're not big names in the first round, but that does not mean they can't come in here and contribute to what we already have. And it's a young offensive line. Colton Miller's the oldest one we got on there. You got to go think about that. They're building the line just quietly. Shh, don't tell nobody. Let's go.
Proves even slightly, the Raiders' offense becomes far more dangerous overnight. But if the protection breaks down, it doesn't matter how talented the weapons are, Geno won't have the time to find them. This group has the pressure of holding it all together, and the clock is already ticking. Still, while the offense has plenty of eyes on it, there's a brewing storyline on the defensive side that could shake up the entire secondary. So here's the real question: are the Raiders being slept on, or are they just getting started? Do you think this team has what it takes to shock the AFC? Could this be the year Vegas finally flips the script? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you're
And that's that, man. That was a nice breakdown, and that's exactly how I see it. Like, they're quietly building. They're quietly. I'm gonna call him Doc. Hey, I'm calling Spy Tech Dr. Frankenstein because they building a monster, bruh. They are building a monster with high-end quality at those positions. See, we don't look at the offensive line as being superstars like a starting wide receiver, running back, quarterback. Nah, but we need guys to get in that down and dirty mentality and just bully fools defensively and offensively on the line. And they went out there and quietly, and this is what they're doing. Then you're adding guys like your key positions, such as your running back has a star. The best running back in the draft, he's a Raider. The best tight end last year in the draft, he's a Raider. You go get a veteran quarterback who has not had too much mileage put on him, who is a dual threat quarterback that can still run. Go watch his highlights just last season with Seattle. Go watch it. Still mobile. Chip Kelly's going to devise an offense that's going to spread out your defense. Like they said, they need Genty to be able to work in space. Well, guess what Chip Kelly's going to create with all these weapons he has? If he put Thornton out there on the field, you can't stack the box with a safety. You got to keep a safety back. You're spreading the field. You put Bowers out there, what do? Do you double team him? Or you man him up? Who do you man him up with? It won't be a linebacker because he's not quick enough, and it won't be there's going to have to be a corner because they're going to be more worried about him being beat speed-wise than just being physically bigger. You get in the red zone, you put a 5'11", 6-foot corner on Bowers, game over. You put a 5'11", 6-foot corner on Thornton, game over. Michael Mayer at what is Michael Mayer, 6'4", 6'5"? Game over. You got all these big physical targets in the red zone. You got running game that can get in the red zone. You got Genty you can use. Everybody's going to be spread out. No team is going to be able to stack the box. They just going to have to go ahead and just leave the safety back and just get their head bashed in with these deep-ass bombs of Thornton, deep-ass Trey Tucker. Now, here's the thing about Trey Tucker. I want to tell y'all about Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker may not make this team, and this is why. Might not have anything to do with what he can do, but he could do a lot with everything that Porter gonna let him do. Look how long lanky Porter is, and just as fast as Tucker. I'm just looking at training camp. Even though he's a rookie corner, bruh, that's unfair. You put a long lanky corner on a little fast guy, he's not gonna catch shit. Trey Tucker is going to look horrible in camp if they put Porter on him. Just because he's going to match him with speed, but he's long and lankier. That's not fair. And that's going to fuck around and end up probably the reason why Trey Tucker is not going to be here. And you also got to think of how Trey Tucker is going to be affected if we play teams that got long, lanky corners as well. Fast, lanky corners. He's not going to catch nothing over Porter. Ain't going to happen. His job is on the line just because of who we drafted at the corner spot. That's crazy. Billy Davis. Let me see, we got too many weapons. I'm already knowing we're gonna be dangerous. I can see it. Like I said, I'm trying to see how they're building this, and it's starting to, and it's crazy because this coaching staff and GM hasn't even had one game in the season yet, but yet the moves that they made before then is like, okay, I see what you're doing. See, like I said, we're gonna cover a lot of this shit on Friday when I do Friday night feature. So yeah, y'all tune in Friday. I'll be back tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. There's more quarterbacks to go over in next year's draft. The reason why I'm looking at this aspect, I don't want the Raiders to be caught with their pants down. And what I mean by that is, don't just keep relying on Geno. And then when that day comes when Geno walks away from the sport or the team, we're left we're left empty-handed without a quarterback to carry it on. I don't want to be in that position. We no longer ever should be in that position again. Get our guy next year in this deep-ass draft, because you figure, like I told y'all yesterday, all these teams in the league already have their quarterback. So a lot of them ain't going. This is going to be one of them drafts where a lot of quarterbacks ain't, and they're going to be good quarterbacks, but they're not going to come off the board like y'all think they're going to be in these last year. Not this last season, because this draft was crazy too, though. But next year's draft is going to be like the draft 2 years ago when Michael Penix and them came out. You're going to have like that. What I mean by that is that much talent at quarterback. I'm not saying that they're going to come off the board like 6 in the top 10. I'm saying it's going to have that many qualified starting caliber quarterback, franchise starting quarterbacks in next year's draft. But the thing that's going to be different from the draft 2 years ago is they're not going to come off the board like Penix and Nix and all them did that year. They'll probably grab one, and then you're going to see one come way later because everybody got quarterbacks now. We sat there and thought about, we talked about this shit this weekend. Every team in the NFL has a quarterback. The other team that'll probably be in the same boat as us, I can see, would be the LA Rams. They got Stafford with a 2-year extension, but after Stafford, then what? They might think quarterback. I know we're in the same boat. We got Geno Smith for 2 to 3 years. After Geno, then what? We go quarterback. There's no other need, no desperate need we have with a first-round pick but a quarterback. So you take care of that shit next year so we don't have to worry about that in 2027 or 2028. Let's take care of it in 2026 and be done. Put him on the bench behind Geno, groom him up. He's the next in line like Green Bay always been doing. Green Bay has this blueprint down to a pat. Why not us? You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. But yeah, shout out to everybody out there, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for pulling up. Wild Turkey in the building, man. I see you. Make sure I got everything. We got Marcus Banks in the building. SoCal Sal in the building. Raider Paul in the building. Yes, and Piano Man, thank you for coming through. Tony Shepard. Raider, let me see. I think I got everybody up in here, man. Hey, thank each and every one of y'all. Shout out to the 42 watching right now. Please, if you have not done so, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, man. And once we hit 3,000, we're gonna give away a free TV to one lucky subscriber. Also, oh yeah, Raider Vision. Let me tell y'all about Raider Vision. There's a new page added. After going to the event in Bakersfield this Saturday, I seen all the vendors with beautiful Raider merchandise. Listen to this, y'all. This page is now in existence. There is a new page called Raider Nation Businesses. If you have a business and you are part of Raider Nation, get at your boy. Let me help you. Let me put up the logo of your company. Let me put up the website of your company. If you sell products, please, I advise you, it's cool to have Instagram and TikTok. Get you a website, your own website. I will connect a link from that page to your website so it will help draw traffic to you so you can get new customers. And it don't cost anything for you to be a part of this. All you have to do is be part of Raider Nation with a business. I keep biting my cheek. With a business. You can reach me at RaidersAllegiance@gmail.com. That's RaidersAllegiance@gmail.com. Give me the information you have. Give me your logo, the web link to your website. If you do only have an Instagram page, TikTok, give me that and I can draw traffic to those pages as well. If you are a content creator of Raider content, reach me so I can add you to the content creators page so traffic can be drawn to your pages and have new subscribers as well. Like I said, I'm about the nation. And we're gonna help. I'm gonna help everybody that I can help. I'm gonna help, just like some people helped me when I first got started doing this shit. So with that being said, man, once again, that's Raider Vision, www.RaiderVision, vision spelled VIZION.com. Visit the site, man. If you want to buy game tickets, there's a link for it. You want to book air flights, there's a link for it. If you want to book hotels, like you want to come out to Vegas for the Monday night opener, week 2 against the Chargers, there's a link for it. You want to meet different content creators and listen to their content, there's a link for it. Businesses, there's a link for it. I got you. You want to learn about the old school Raiders that's in the Hall of Fame? There is a page with links for it. Super fans like Gorilla Rilla and Violator. There are information on these guys, giving these guys their shine because they're all part of the nation. There's only one nation. That's the Raider Nation. And it's my job and my responsibility to help anybody that wants to be helped. So if you have anything going within your part of the nation, man, come to Raider Vision. You don't call it, there's no fees at all. That's not what it's about. It's about helping each other. Help you grow, help me grow. Is you know what I mean? You pat my back, I'll pat yours. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your day. Happy Tuesday. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, man. It's the Lunatic Raider Show right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. I'm Lunatic Raider. And like I always say about this time, what I say, Sacktown Mike, I'm out this what? I'm out this what? I'm out this bitch. Ha ha!